Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on the time zone. Now today, President Ruto had a delegates meeting with the people of Mount Kenya region at State House, to be specific, the Kirinyaga people. And Anne Waiguru, as the governor, was mandated together with Kindiki to mobilize the people to State House. So I can tell you there has been that function which saw State House full to the brim. This is like the president was addressing like 2,000 or 3,000 people at State House. So that's a big number. Now, there is something President Ruto said in terms of how he's dealing with the corruption and protecting Kenyans. He talked about the price of fertilizer, that it was high, but when he took over power, today fertilizer is going for 6,000. By that time, it was going for 6,000, 7,000, and 5,000 there. But as of now, it is going for 2,500. That is the government subsidy fertilizer. Because again, if you go for the other fertilizers, it is still just up there. You will buy with 5,000 per cocoa. Now, President Ruto went on to mention, without mentioning actually, but to attack a former CS over the issue of fertilizer. And he said in Swahili, simulisikia kulikuwa na mwingine alikuwa anatuzia mawe. That I gave someone a job, and then instead of doing the job of distributing fertilizer, he went on to crush stones, pack them in sacks, and distribute the crushed stones. Not distribute, actually, sold the crushed stones to Kenyans. I know you understand the person that the president is talking about. My contest is not actually the person the president is talking about. It is all about what the president did after learning that information. That is the major reason why I'm here to bring this discussion on this Punchline.
Ilikuwa imefika 5,000, 6,000, 7,000. Leo mbolea Kenya inauzwa 2,500. Everywhere in the Republic of Kenya. Wakulima wa chai, wakulima wa kahawa, wakulima wa sukari, wakulima wananunua mbolea na 2,500. Ni kweli ama si kweli? Jambo la tatu, nikawaambia tuko na cartels na wakora na brokers wamejazana huko, wananyanyasa wakulima. Nikawaambia hawa nitapambana na wao. Wale walikuwa wanatuibia, mpaka wanatuibia mbolea. Simulisikia hata kuna mwingine alikuwa anatuuzia mawe. Nilimpatia kazi mahali fulani, badala ya kwenda kugawa mbolea ya wananchi, akaenda akasiaga mawe akaweka kwa gunia, anajaribu kupatia wananchi. Wengine walikuwa wanatusumbua huko Western kwa mambo ya sukari. Hata ikafika mahali mkanisikia nikawaambia wengine mambo ni matatu. Mulisikia? Mulisikia nikiwaambia wengine huko mambo ni mangapi? Kwa sababu walikuwa na kiburi mingi. Brokers walikuwa wamekolea. Hawa watu wote tumewaondoa.
Now, I want us to continue with our Punchline discussion. But before we go into that discussion, I have a quick and a humble request. For those who are watching the channel and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to our discussion. Now, all of you are aware that we had a CS for agriculture, because then fertilizer will follow under agriculture. And if there is a CS that was at the limelight when someone, I think someone by the name Amanya, exposed how soil is being extracted somewhere in the coast region, packaged, then delivered to the NCPB stores, then sold to Kenyans. Wala wanakumbuka Amanya brought the story. He even went on to interview or interrogate some of the people who were involved in that syndicate. You remember? Mithika Linturi was at the center of that. He was the CS. So if there is someone Ruto is talking about, he is none other than Mithika Linturi, the former CS for agriculture. Now, the question I'm asking, which makes me not to believe the president's statement, which makes me believe that the president was literally just lying to the people of Mount Kenya and blame shifting to Mithika Linturi, having known exactly what happened. Instead of even blaming Mithika Linturi, we are all aware that the state was more blamed than Linturi as a person. Now, assume that the president had the full information like he speaks with the confidence. What action did he take? If indeed he knew Mithika Linturi was wrong and he was talking about kusafirisha watu mbinguni, like he mentioned about the issue of sugar cane, the Mias Sugar Company. At first place, members of parliament, was he Wamboka, someone, a member from Bungoma County, one of the members of parliament, Wamboka or what? He brought an impeachment motion to the parliament against CS Mithika Linturi. If Ruto is truthful, one of the best things he would have done is to say thank you to that impeachment, then goes ahead to, because he's a party leader, remember, to use his numbers, whip members of parliament, let them understand why they should join in impeachment of Mithika Linturi. If the president would have done so today, we would have vindicated him. But what happened? Money was poured in the National Assembly. Members of parliament were bought according to the allegation. And the impeachment did not got enough numbers to send Mithika Linturi home. Though the good thing, Linturi was interrogated. He came out defending the government also in one way or another. So if Ruto never supported the impeachment through the UDA numbers, because UDA had enough numbers, why is he telling us about the issue of someone crushing stones? So he's confirming to us that indeed the government was crushing stones and selling the stones to Kenyans. They really tried to make sure that the impeachment is not going through. So for me, to that point, I don't trust President President William Ruto as far as the issue of putting a blame on Mithika Linturi for the fake fertilizer is concerned. No. Huu ulikuwa ni mradi wa serikali. Sio wa Mithika Linturi as an individual. That is my conclusion. Now, the other issue. You are the president. You have the intelligence. You have the age in your office. You have the entire team that you need. That if you have a serious case with evidence, you can prosecute that matter in the court of law. Ni kwa nini mpaka saa hizi, kwa vile Mheshimiwa William Ruto ako na habari ya kutosha, ako na evidence, lakini hajawahi fikiria kushtaki Mheshimiwa Mithika Linturi kotini akitumia ofisi ya the Attorney General. So to me again, I treat this statement from the president as a mere statement to mock and lie to the people of Mount Kenya region who have been in the State House. I don't take my president seriously. It cannot be that Mithika Linturi is walking scot-free when we know people bought stones, crushed the stones. And the president has enough information about that. Ruto was simply playing politics in my view. Because then he should have told us that simuliona yule jamaa aliuzia watu mawe. Kitu cha kwanza nikamfuta kazi. Cha pili nikamstaki kotini na akafungwa. Watu wenye wanafanya mambo kama hayo, you are sabotaging the economy when you do such a thing. Selling fake fertilizer. You are sabotaging the economy. So this can be a capital offense. And one of the way of sorting this was to allow the impeachment so that Mithika Linturi cannot even any other day get employed in any public office or vie for any public office, just like regard the Gachagwa for today. So mambo alifanyia Gachagwa sasa hivi hawezi simama eti president, no? Ni shida. So the president did not saw any reason to do that. Why? There could be hidden reasons that he knew that if I do this to Mithika Linturi, then Linturi can expose me or I can expose my government on this and that. Therefore, they were all in this. It was a matter of protecting each other for personal interest and gains they were getting from that syndicate. That is my conclusion. I don't know this, but please let us know in the comment section to continue with our discussion. Thank you so much and see you in our next